In this tutorial, we're going to take a look at using channels for masks. Let's open up the fake fireworks, and we're going to be using channels instead of just layers. So let's set it up the way that we've set up our other ones, where we create a new layer. Create a new layer, fill it with some sort of color, put it underneath, and we'll go back to the layer that has the object that we're going to do our selections for. Now we're going to be using the channels, and if we look at the channels by themselves, just click on them, you'll see the three different channels here that we're going to be using. Now one channel may work better than others for our selection, but there's a kind of nifty way to do this too, where you add your selections together just by taking what's there and adding them together with Control key to click on the first channel. Now I'm going to use Control and Shift together, click on the next channel, and then finally on the blue channel, Control and Shift again, and that will select the transparency of each layer and add them together. Now with the original layer selected in the Layers panel, let's click on the Quick Mask, and I created a mask for that layer. Now I can go with that mask selected, I can go back to Select and refine that mask just a little bit. So right now we can see that we're seeing the view on layers, which is kind of nice. We can see the end results, and we can click on Smooth a little bit, or maybe shift that edge back a little bit, maybe feather the edge just a tiny bit, contrast edge. We're trying to get rid of some of that black fringing that you see there. We can even use Decontaminate Colors a little bit. Sometimes that gives us a little bit better results, but how it exactly works, I'm not perfectly sure. I think what it does is it tries to get rid of the black fringing that you have around it. You can see there's definitely some black fringing around it, and when we use the Decontaminate Colors, although it may shift the colors just a little bit, it does seem to do a slightly better job of doing the selection. And you have to be careful about how you use this, of course, because you can change the quality of the image. Anyway, let's click OK, and you'll see that it's made a new selection for us. Here's the original, and then here's the improved version. So that's a pretty big difference between the two. Anyway, save your document and go on to the next part. Now with this next one, we're going to be looking at this hair. Now the hair is a little bit harder to do selections on. You can see that we want to try and get rid of all the spaces where the hair has the white showing through. And if I look at my channels, here's the red channel, here's the green channel, and the blue channel. We want to find the one that seems to have the most contrast. So the blue channel seems to have the most. I'll start with that. Let's try adding together the green and the red and see if we get what we want. And I'm not really sure that's going to actually give us what we want, but we can try it anyway. So I've added all three together. Go back to Layers. Let's do a mask, so I need to go ahead and make a new layer. Do a mask there. You'll see my mask is really backwards though, so we need to invert that and see if we get what we want there. If I look at my channels, this is what I have for my mask right now, and obviously that is not that great. If we were to look back at our original image without the mask, and we can kind of do that by disabling that layer mask, you'll see that our channel, our blue channel, definitely has more in it. So in this case, it's actually sometimes better to start off with one channel alone. So I'm going to select the channel with Control A, copy it, go to the layer mask, and paste it with Control V. Now invert it, and you'll see there's the mask. Now we can use tools such as levels, and with levels, I'm going to go ahead and make things definitely more black and white. And then I'll use the brush tool to fill in the areas that need to be filled in. So I can fix that. And then take a look at the end results when you can and see if it's good. You might need to enable the mask again, but you'll see that we've definitely done a better job. Save